Welcome to the Lauren Jean Show, where we talk life. Through my life, I've had many experiences, and I want to share them all. Nutrition, mind work, and everything related to the self. I'm an integrative health coach focusing on helping you to overcome the dieting roller coaster that takes over your life through working on your perspective. Finally be happy and healthy without the food worries that bring you down. There may be a curse word here and there, so be mindful when little ears are around while listening. Hey guys, welcome back to another show. I'm so happy that you're here. I really appreciate that you are here and you're listening and you're giving me your time. Today is going to be a fun episode. It's all me, all me, all me. I had some questions that I was going to answer today, so that's going to be exciting. But I do want to let you guys know I'm going to be adding a little segment, we'll call it, to the show. And because I have gotten back into nutrition aspect of it, I'm really getting into it. I get into things or I get completely out. So I am 100% in, and I want to share with you something that I have been using for a while but never really understood it. And I know a lot of people have heard it before and they know it's good for them, but they're not really sure what it is or why it's good. So the first thing I'm going to share with you, and let me tell you, it's going to be either a mineral, a superfood, a vitamin, anything like that. Something that is kind of trendy, something that you're hearing a lot about, something that you're hearing is good for you. But again, you're not sure what it does for your body, all right? Because we don't want to be doing something just because we're hearing that it's good for you or because your best friend is using it and it's working for them. Just remember that just because something works for you does not mean it's going to work for someone else or vice versa. Okay? So what I'm going to be discussing today is activated charcoal. Okay? Activated charcoal consists of some substances, usually bamboo, wood, or coconut shell charcoal. It's burned without oxygen to create char. This char is then heated to a high temperature and exposed to certain gases through a multi-step process to make it extremely porous. So this is the activation part of it. Once it is activated, the increased surface area of the molecules of the charcoal can bind really powerful to any substance that it comes into contact with. So this is called absorption, okay? So it is what makes charcoal so powerful, all right? So true activated charcoal is odorless, tasteless, and non-toxic. So this is what makes it so powerful, is that it can activate and it's extremely porous, so it can really suck up anything, okay? So I'm gonna go through a couple of things that it is helpful with, and then if you have any questions, you can email me or just come over to the Lauren Jeans on Instagram and just shoot me a message. So it is good for poison and toxin remedy. You can use it for oral care. It could be a beauty ingredient, all right? I'm currently using it in my deodorant and I absolutely love it. The brand I'm using is called Schmidt's and it is fabulous. It smells amazing. It's also got magnesium in it, which is also really wonderful. So in beauty ingredients, you'll see this a lot in. To whiten your teeth, in toothpaste, as a face mask or a cleanser, your shampoo, to clean the air, purifying water for bug bites. All right, these are just a few things where I think you can really get some use out of it. So check out some more things on activated charcoal. I also have an activated charcoal soap that is amazing. So that's what I wanted to share with you this week, activated charcoal. Check it out. I'm sure it could help you out with a lot of things around the house, on your skin, wherever you might want to use it. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions that I got asked through Facebook and Instagram. So one of my favorite topics is talking about non-dieting, right? We hear all over the place that someone's on a diet. I can't tell you how much that makes my skin crawl because your diet is actually what you're eating. So when you say I'm on a diet, most people are, looking to lose weight. That's the goal when people say I'm on a diet, or they're looking to get healthier, which kind of goes hand in hand with the losing of the weight. but it really drives me crazy because I know when you're using that word, you're not fully understanding the process of this, okay? So the question I got was, how do I stop falling off the diet wagon? It is so hard to not overindulge on the weekends. I totally get this. I totally get this. I went through eating disorder and I kind of had to pull myself back and say, what am I doing, right? So it took a long time. It really did take a long time. I don't use the word diet anymore. I have to say I've gotten back on watching what I eat, but I don't restrict. Because when you put your body into restrict mode, it sees that it's in starvation. Your brain automatically thinks that it's starving, right? So if you're restricting something and you're going, say, a day or two without it, let's just use the example of sugar. Your body and your brain are working together and it's saying, oh my God, I could never, ever have this again. Therefore, it causes a binge. And you want to eat everything around you that has sugar in it or something sweet because your body thinks it's never going to have it again. Your brain is not understanding that this is still around. It's okay to have it. And no, I'm not going to never have it again. But this is what your brain is thinking. So you need to retrain your brain, make it understand that it's not disappearing from the earth. It's not running away. Someone is not going to lock up all of the sugar in your life. You're allowed to have it again. The key here is allowance and acceptance, allowing yourself to have it when you want, accepting that it's always going to be around and understanding this. But what you really need to do is dig deeper into why you're indulging in so much. Why do you feel like you need to overindulge on the weekends? Is it because it's never going to be around again? No. Are you in a social situation where you're just not thinking? Are you not thinking about what you're doing and it's just sort of happening? And then you feel like shit the next day, and then you feel like, oh my God, I have to get on this diet again. This diet. Get rid of that word in your life. There's no need for it. It makes you feel like crap. Throw out the scale. And again, guys, this is just my personal opinion. This is what I went through myself. I always thought that I was going on a cleanse or a detox. It's the same freaking word as diet. It just sounds fancier. It sounds healthier. It's not. It's the same thing. I had to work years on this. 3 exactly. 3 years for me to not be on a diet or a detox or a cleanse. Now, I just basically eat what I want to, but I'm aware of how much I'm taking in, and I'm aware of how I'm feeling during and after I've eaten whatever it might be. So you need to be aware of the feeling. So when you get to the weekend and you're feeling like, okay, I want to have this cupcake. Let's just say it's a cupcake. I want to have this cupcake. Do I need to have this? Why do I want to have this? Is there a reason? Am I hungry? Do I even want to eat something? Or do I want to take the cupcake home with me? Right? These are all good questions to ask yourself. Don't just jump in and throw something down your throat because it looks good, right? This is your brain thinking. This is not you thinking. This is your brain thinking, right? And this is your ego saying, yeah, shove that cupcake down because I can't have it during the week. No, that's bullshit. It doesn't work like that, right? You need to think for yourself. Your brain does not run you. Your ego does not run you. You run you. Think about the feelings that are going to come on if you eat that cupcake at that moment. And you know what? You might really want it, okay? Eat the cupcake, but then don't feel like shit about it. Don't bring yourself down, because then that's just going to bring you into this whirlwind of feelings. You're going to make yourself feel like a pile of doo-doo, and you're going to continue down that path of eating shitty things. And you're going to feel really bad the next day. And you're going to bring yourself down. You're going to tell yourself you're worthless. You're going to tell yourself, oh my God, what was I thinking? I can't do this anyway. It's not worth it. It is worth it. This is why you have to be aware of what you're doing, what you're eating. Awareness, guys, awareness. and accept that it's okay to have something. Stop dieting and start feeling. Start feeling the stuff that you're putting in your body. And think about how it's affecting your body chemistry. How is it affecting you? All right, don't think just because you have a cupcake, it's gonna go to your thighs. Because you know what? You're gonna feel like shit and you're gonna start feeling it on your thighs. This is what we do. Your thoughts and your words are extremely powerful to your body. You can do anything, right? Do you tell your kids you can do anything as long as you put your mind to it? Right, because it means something. This totally means something. And you need to start listening to what you tell your kids, what you tell other people, and start telling yourself the same things, because it really does mean something. So, in the end, don't use the word diet. That's my suggestion. Don't use a scale. Stop counting calories. Stop counting macros, whatever you're counting. Just be aware of how you're feeling. Do you really want the cupcake? If you do, then great. Are you hungry? Maybe you need to have something else. Maybe you just need to have a sweet fruit, or maybe you want to have a sweet potato, something that's going to make you feel better. Don't have the cupcake just because everyone else is. No one cares about what you're eating except you. You're putting the pressure on yourself. Believe me, your friends are not going to be talking behind your back because you didn't eat the fucking cupcake. Just move on and understand that people are worried about themselves. I'm not saying they're not worried about you, but they don't care if you eat the cupcake or not. They're worried about what everyone else is thinking. And they're not realizing that other people are worried about themselves first. We are so consumed with our own thoughts that we don't have the time sometimes to think about other people. And that's really true. Think about the people in your life. Do you know what's going on in their life all the time? Probably not, because you're so consumed with your own thoughts. Everyone is worried about themselves. And that's not a bad thing. Being selfish is not a bad thing. Don't think of that as a bad word. Be selfish in this idea, in this situation, let's say. Be selfish in this situation and think about yourself. Think about how you're going to feel. Do you really need to have that drink if it makes you feel like crap? Do you really need to binge drink that night? No, you don't. You don't need to binge on drinking. You don't need to binge on sugar. You don't need to have a giant bowl of pasta to make yourself feel better. Think about what's going on in your life and why you feel like you need that, because maybe you're just emotionally eating overboard, right? Emotional eating's okay, but when you overdo it, that's the problem, right? If you're women, you're having your period, of course you want to have some extra sugar, extra chocolate or sweets, right? You're sad, so yes, maybe you want to have something that's going to make you feel good. But first, again, think about the feelings, how it's going to make you feel after. Is it really worth it? Because you're only going to get that taste, that flavor, for probably a minute or so, and then it's gone. And then you're going to keep doing it again and again and again. And that's where it turns into binging. That's where it turns into a problem. That's where it turns into you feeling like a pile of doo-doo. And no one wants to feel like that. So I went on and on and on about that because I do love to talk about that topic, and there's so much more to talk about on that topic. So again, if you have questions, send it over to me, the Lauren Jeans on Instagram. Okay, so another question I had, let me find it here, was does eating alkaline make things taste different? Absolutely, but after a while. And this, again, is my own opinion, right? So after you're eating healthy for a while, and you're eating mostly greens and fruits and stuff that's high on the alkaline chart, your taste buds change, the chemistry changes, right? So the pH of your healthy blood is 7.365. That means that it's slightly alkaline. The alkalinity has to be kept almost constant. And if it's not, it can be dangerous. And your body fights so hard to keep your pH at that level. You have to give a lot of credit to your body. It takes a lot of beating. It takes a lot of shit. It takes a lot of poison from your food, from the water, from your environment. Everything comes into effect here. Don't think it's just the food. But once you start getting on an alkaline diet, and again, diet is what you're eating, okay? You're not on a diet, it's what you're eating. After you're eating alkaline for a while, things start to change. Your taste buds change, right? Things taste differently, and you start to like things that you never liked before. And once you go back to something sweet, it might taste overwhelming or too sweet or disgusting, or any other senses will be heightened because you haven't had that in a while. And that's okay. But if your body goes below that 7.365, or I should say below a 7.0, your nervous system starts to get depressed, and you start to get disoriented. You get dizziness, you can get lightheadedness, you get all this stuff where your body, your brain stops working, and you can catch colds, lingering feelings, not feeling well, being tired. All of these things start to happen as the blood becomes more acidic. And we start to perceive more pain and suffering, like headaches, chest pains, stomach ache, muscle aches. And your bones start to begin and they deteriorate. Your blood will increase in acidity, and our body inevitably deposits these deposits these excess acidic substances in areas of the body so that the blood will be able to maintain an alkaline condition. So yes, you're going to change. Your body chemistry changes. You want to keep your blood higher alkaline because you want to not experience all of those horrible, horrible feelings, right? We want to feel good. We don't want to have PMS or mood swings or hormone imbalances, depression, anxiety, poor concentration, poor memory, degenerative diseases. There are so many things that can happen to you when you are acidic, but you can change that. You can absolutely change that. And I highly suggest that you look into this, okay? I have this green powder that I love from Fountain, of course. It's called Green Factor, and it is amazing. I will read to you the list of things that is in this, okay? It's got organic parsley leaf powder, organic barley grass powder, organic wheatgrass powder, organic oat grass powder, organic spinach leaf powder, organic barley grass juice powder, lots of powders, organic broccoli powder, organic alfalfa grass juice powder, organic wheat grass juice powder, organic spirulina powder, organic kale powder, organic chlorella powder, organic moringa powder, organic cilantro powder. This stuff is amazing. So it is, I'm going to actually read to you the back label so you can hear this. Okay, so Green Factor drink is made with an amazing blend of alkalizing greens. Green Factor has been developed in accordance with the alkaline lifestyle in which you should consume highly absorbable vitamins and minerals from a micronutrient-rich diet concentrating on biologically active plant foods. Such as micronutrient-rich diet helps Such as a micronutrient-rich diet helps alkalize the body, support your immune system, and the ongoing regeneration of your cells, and supports the body's natural detoxification process. Adding Green Factor is a powerful way to provide your body with some of these important plant-based foods, including organic sources of kale, wheatgrass, and wheatgrass juice, spinach, alfalfa grass, sprouts and juice, broccoli sprouts, parsley, oat grass, and oat grass juice, barley grass and barley grass juice, spirulina, chlorella, basically everything I just told you before. About 3 to 4 servings of vegetables were used to create each scoop of Green Factor. And if you want to learn more about the alkaline lifestyle with Green Factor, you can go to www.greenfactor.com, and factor is spelled PH with a PH, so green, PHACTOR. All right, so that is everything in the green factor from Fountain that I absolutely love. I have it every day, sometimes 2 scoops a day, and it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, so I'm gonna go through another question I got was about choosing alkaline foods. All right, so the first thing you wanna think about is you wanna eat and buy mostly organic alkaline foods. All right, stick to organic as much as you possibly can because you want to know the soil that your produce was grown in, since fruits and vegetables are grown in organic, mineral-dense soil, tend to be more alkalizing, right? So research shows that the type of soil that plants are grown in can significantly influence their vitamin and mineral content, which means not all alkaline foods are created equally. They must be organic. All right, the ideal pH of soil for the best overall availability of these essential nutrients in plants is between a 6 and a 7. Acidic soils below a pH of 6 may have reduced calcium and magnesium, 2 very, very important parts, calcium and magnesium. And a soil above a pH of 7 may result in chemically unavailable iron, manganese, copper, and zinc. Okay, so if you're curious about your pH level before getting anything started, you can just get the strips at your store, or you can get the drops at a pool store, just like I said, and you can measure your saliva or your urine. All right, so let's go into some of the the best alkaline foods. Fresh fruits and vegetables promote alkalinity the most. Okay, so the top picks would be, and again, remember, organic. Mushrooms, citrus, dates, raisins. We've got spinach, grapefruit, tomatoes, avocado, summer black radish, alfalfa, grass, barley grass, cucumber, kale, jicama, wheatgrass, broccoli. Got oregano, garlic, ginger, green beans, endives, cabbage, celery, red beet, watermelon, figs, and ripe banana. That was a big list. I will make sure I put those in the show notes. Raw foods are great. They are very great. Uncooked fruits and vegetables are said to be biogenic or life-giving. Cooked foods depletes the alkalinity in the minerals. So you want to increase your intake of raw foods and try juicing, or you can lightly steam vegetables so that might still be a little crunchy and they're not losing all of their alkalinity. Okay, plant proteins are also great. Almonds, navy beans, lima beans, mostly other beans are great too. Here's my favorite thing, alkaline water. Alkaline water has a pH of 9 to 11. Where I work in Fountain, we go to a 10. Distilled water is okay. Filtered water, it's slightly acidic. All right, but it's better than tap water or bottled water. I'm gonna do a whole show on just bottled water, because that is what you want to stay away from. You can also add pH drops, lemon, lime, or baking soda to your water so that you can boost its alkalinity. So if you have no choice to have one of the others, if it's just from a Brita, add some of that stuff to it. Add pH drops that will increase the alkalinity, lemon or lime or baking soda. Green drinks. Green drinks made from green vegetables and grasses in a powder form are loaded with alkalinity. Okay, chlorophyll is structurally similar to our own blood and helps alkalize the blood. Other great foods to eat in your alkaline diet include sprouts, wheatgrass, fermented soy like natto or tempeh, and seeds. All right, so I've gone through a lot here. Now I want to go through a bunch of foods that you want to try to stay away from, anti-alkaline foods and habits. Remember, it's not just the food, okay? Nothing's just about the food. So you want to stay away from high sodium foods. Processed contains tons of sodium chloride, which is table salt. Table salt is that white stuff that you get in the store. It constricts your blood vessels and creates acidity. So why would you want to use that? You do not want to use that. The regular table salt that you get in that container, that cardboard container at the store with a little pop top, you want to stay away from that. You can use Himalayan pink sea salt. That is a great option, and it tastes so much better. Another thing you want to stay away from is cold cuts and any kind of conventional meats, okay? Processed cereals like cornflakes. Eggs are also very anti-alkaline. Caffeinated drinks and alcohol. Oats and whole wheat products, all grains, whole or not, will create acidity in your body. Americans ingest most of their plant food quota in the form of processed corn or wheat. Also milk, calcium-rich dairy products cause some of the highest rates of osteoporosis because they create acidity in your body. When your bloodstream becomes too acidic, it steals the calcium from your bones to try to balance out the pH level. So the best way to prevent osteoporosis is to eat a lot of alkaline green leafy vegetables. Also peanuts and walnuts, pasta, red, rice, and packaged grain products. All right, so some other things that can cause some acidity in your body. Alcohol and drugs, high caffeine, antibiotic overuse, artificial sweeteners, chronic stress, guys. Stress kills so many things in your body, right? Kills your moods, it kills everything. Lack of exercise, excess animal meats from non-grass-fed sources. So if you're gonna have meat, stick to the grass-fed sources. Excess hormones from foods, health and beauty products, plastics, anything like that. There is stuff in your beauty products and your plastics that you are ingesting or putting on your skin, and it gets absorbed into your body, right into your bloodstream. Exposure to chemicals and radiation from household cleaners, building materials, computers, cell phones, microwaves. This stuff you don't realize, but it's getting into your body and causing so many problems. Food coloring, preservatives, over-exercise, yes, over-exercise, pesticides, herbicides, pollution, poor chewing and eating habits. Your digestion starts in your mouth, guys. So if you're not chewing properly, this is going down your throat, unprocessed. So your digestion is starting off wrong if you're not chewing, if you're not thinking about it, and if you're not taking your time, if you're just throwing your food down your throat. Also, processed and refined foods, shallow breathing. Think about breathing like a baby, right? Think about how you breathe in yoga class. Those are the types of breathings that you want to do, right? Big deep breaths and slowly out. And think about it. Really think about how you're breathing. I bet you're shallow breathing like most of us are, because as we get older, these types of things really start to affect us and we're stressed. We need to really start taking care of ourselves. So I said a lot in this episode. I want to thank you for your questions, and please, please keep sending them in. I really enjoy these kinds of things because it actually helps me learn a lot through talking to you guys. And I like to go off on tangents sometimes, but I really try to stick to the topic. But I do want to hear more questions from you guys. So look out for me asking questions on Facebook or Instagram. And I cannot wait to come back next week with a new mineral, superfood, or vitamin, something I can teach you little guys about. I should say something I could teach you guys a little about. I'm really looking forward to next week, and I cannot wait to talk to you again. So thank you again for being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm having so much fun doing the podcast again and talking about what I truly, truly love, and I know what I'm here to do. So thank you guys so much for your time. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.